want to show you how to troubleshoot when the dog leaves the position, the timing that I want you to get used to using. So I purposely got this kennel door open over here. Julie's on the couch. There's doors open over there. There's a door open over here. She has options of places she can go if she wants to try. And I know she wants to go in the kennel once we start working because then, obviously you're not working in the kennel. So she's the type of dog that likes the stay command. She likes down and she likes place and she likes her time in her kennel. But if I have to work her, I'm not a big fan of working. So today I'm just trying to see if there's going to be any moments where she decides not to. I'm actually going to try to entice her without making it too obvious. And when she leaves position, I want to show you that it's going to be a beep, and then she comes back to position. If she doesn't come back to position after the beep, we correct, and then beep again, give a verbal calm. Give her a chance to make a decision. It's important to get your timing so that you're not rushing it. A lot of people like to rush it, so if the dog does something wrong, they feel very rushed to do everything. I want to encourage you just to mark it with a no, and then beep, and if she doesn't come back, then step. Once she gets here, good. And it's really, if you watch the timing that I use, it's really that slow. No matter how fast she's moving, I just simply say no, and that gives me all the time in the world to then get over here and hit my beep to say that means recall. And then if she doesn't recall, within 1 Mississippi, which is a lot of time, 1 Mississippi, right? Correct? Ask again, come. This timing is important so you don't stress back, especially on a dog like her. You don't want your words to be, you don't want to be saying the command while giving the correction at the same time, right? You're not giving her a chance. If you operate the remote that way, it stresses the dog out. So if I'm giving her punishment for not recalling, but I never finished the word in the first place, so it often sounds like this when it's done wrong. You start to say the word come and you're hearing the dogs yelp before you even finish the command because people are saying, this is it. They're saying the command and tapping the button at the same time. That's wrong. That is wrong. You give the command, you wait to see the dog's response, and then a click on here is simply for the wrong response or for no response. Okay? It's crucial. We'll be going over this at the go home, of course. But this is for a lot of trainers out there too, because I can't tell you how many people I see saying the command and correcting at the same time. So literally you're telling the dog what to do and you're punishing them before you even finish telling them what to do. And the dog gets stressed and frustrated and starts doing all sorts of crazy stuff, and you lose control and you don't know what's going on because you're not being a clear communicator. You're being a confusing communicator, which creates frustration, which creates a shit show. Okay? So, timing. Here we go. Everything has a little space in between it. It takes a little practice to get used to not jumbling your words. Pepper, come, no, chill. This is why your state of mind is just as important as the dog's state of mind, okay? Yes, I want you to feel, I'm not so concerned about necessarily you feeling super confident, but just kind of present and calm in the moment, you know? That's really important. We don't want a whole lot of, we don't want frustration, and we don't want you to be super nervous that you're gonna get it wrong. You're not gonna get it wrong, as long as you just take your time, okay? All right, the system, oh, good girl, works like this. I am having a conversation with her. If you think of it that way, it's a back and forth. I say something, she says something. I say something back, she says something back. Even if it goes into disagreement, where I say come and she says no with her body language, I wait for her to say no. She said no, tap, because I didn't like that answer, ask again, wait for her response. She comes to me. Good, I like that response. You've got to talk to your dog like that. You have to take the time to make sure that you're having a conversation with her. You're not just grabbing her and yanking her around and telling her, let's go here and let's go there. It's a back and forth. Okay? So here we go. Right? Piper. That's the beginning of the conversation. She's listening. Heel. There's the command. Here's the beep. And then here's the correction. Okay? Because she didn't want to. That's a perfect timing, okay? And now we're in work mode. Walking by the couch, which is a trigger. She wants to get up on the couch, right? Good. And this is what you want to practice with her, just for listening, just there. She didn't want to listen because we just worked, and she was laying down, and she's, come, you know, good girl, down. But because of that time, okay? Because I let her make a choice and then correct it and then ask her again and let her make a choice, and praised her for the right choice. Next time I ask for it, we're gonna keep seeing, every time I ask for it, if I keep doing it that way, she's gonna get better. Because if she doesn't listen, I'll correct and ask again. And if she doesn't listen again, I'll correct again. And if she doesn't listen the third time, I'll correct firmly. Okay, like 3 strikes you're out, right? Something that I know for a fact is gonna be on the side of punishment. Right? Piper. Here. Good girl. And there she goes. She responded very nicely to that. That was a beep. I said the command and then a beep. The beep is kind of like, it signifies, hey, I do that now because the correction's coming, all right? And we use the beep for recall and we use it for heal. Okay, good, because it's one of those commands we want to get the dog to our body and we want to put them in the follower state. So that's what that beep signifies to her. She knows it has nothing to do with the state command. It has nothing to do with down, place, or the kennel. It's about movement. Good girl. That's a beautiful, come on, right? Good job, huh? Now we're going to make it a little more difficult. Good. We're going to do the same thing, but I'm going to have Julie on probably this side of the room. And Julie might present a squeaky toy, the opening and shutting of the crate door, the opening of the outside door. Something to take her from her command once I get her in it. And I'm walking, and then there's something that she desires over there. She decides to pay attention to that. As I keep walking, she's now out of position. Correction, she comes back to position. Repeat, right? This is Amy Curtis. Very nice. Very good. I'm going to grab the leash. Sorry, honey. Okay, I'm gonna wrap into the kitchen, and on my way back through, you can start the trigger. Okay. And I think I prefer the door, and then immediately, if that doesn't work, try the kennel door or something. Okay. Piper. Heel. Hey, good girl. Right there is the beep, but I'm going to next time. In that moment, if she didn't listen to that beep, it would be a stick. It would be correction. Okay? If we keep beeping and she doesn't listen, we're not doing ourselves any service here. Look, she's already. The beep's the ultimatum, pretty much. It tells her, are you going to do your command, or are you going to break the rule? Okay.
Hey!
Good girl. She knows that one.
Hi! Hi!
That's nice. We're going to do a little wrap on. We'll be right back. Good girl. It's very nice, I think. Very good.
Hey! 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 Hey!
Good girl. I'm proud of you. Good girl. Take a turn here, honey. Good job. Good girl. This is super difficult. You see it's even difficult for her, right? To ignore. Nice. So she's doing really good here. This is somewhat sterile. We have our triggers very controlled, just so we can show them what to do when they make a mistake, how to deal with the correction, what the correction means, what they did wrong, all that stuff. And now we're gonna grab another puppy, and we're gonna head off the property and start getting some generalization. All right, walking in new places. We're not gonna have to provide the triggers; they're gonna be there for us. And now that she has knowledge of what to do when she's corrected, how to find position, all the good stuff of the foundation, we get to then go use it in reality. Okay, which is important to really get her to understand how to use it and why it's there and how everything works. So we're going to pick up here, and the next session is going to be somewhere new.